Hi everyone, it's April with Hair 101 and I am here today doing a color correction video, but I am doing a haircut in between the color corrections. So yes, her hair looks a little scary right now, a little white trash, but it's on purpose because we're not done with the color. The color video, I will put a link of it at the end of this video and you can go watch from beginning to end. Her hair will end up being a really pretty red when we're all done, but we had to strip out some color. So this is what we have in between. But I just rinsed out the bleach and we decided that it would be best to cut it now because we are cutting off quite a bit of length so that when we're doing the red coloring, we will know where all of the hair is going to be laying so that I can paint and have a lot more fun and give highlights in the correct spots. Because sometimes you do all this beautiful work and then you cut half of it off and like some of the cutest parts get cut off because you didn't think ahead of time. So it's easier for me, and since her hair was already wet from washing it from the color correction, it just seemed like the best time to cut it would be right now, even though we're not done with the color. So sometimes I do things a little crazy like that. So I parted her hair on the right side because that's where she parts it. I'm just gonna go part in the back, and there is a little spot here you're gonna see that the bleach got onto her roots, but you know what? We're gonna be coloring it red anyway, so a little, I don't even know how that happened. Something dripped, but it's okay. Like I said, we're gonna be coloring it. That part will just be bright. It'll be beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna cut the base here. We're gonna do everything below the occipital bone, kind of at an angle here. I'm just doing like a little bit of an angle down, combing that away from her, tucking it behind her ears. And we're gonna cut this in a straight line right here. And you can use a razor to do this part, but I'm just gonna use my shark fins. And I always lift up the hair right here to see where the natural hair starts to grow because I don't wanna cut into her natural hair. So we have quite a bit of leeway there because she has a pretty high hairline. Some people's hairlines grow all the way down into their necks, so you have to be careful. And you can shave up a little bit, but you don't wanna do like where the whole bulk of the hair is because that's just gonna be a pain to blend later on. And I am wanting to get length in the front, so I'm gonna start over directing this a little bit towards the middle and then cutting the line a little bit at an angle. So we'll round a little bit here. So I'm pulling this hair over, and then when I cut it, and then comb it back down, you can see that it gradually gets a little bit more length right in here. And you can go back through and push it down to clean up. Just keep that angle. Okay, same thing on the other side. It's a little bit easier on the other side because you naturally have, if you're right-handed, your elbows can be relaxed to get that angle. Okay, and there are a few little straggler hairs here that I'm going to clean up with my T-edgers. And I'm loving these cute new T-edgers that I just got. They're Andis, what is it? I don't know, they're just like the pink camouflage. They're really cute. I don't even know what model they are, but they're really good. Just got them. And this is what I'm saying, you can like clean up a little bit into the hairline. And just get the neck hairs off. There you go. I really don't pay attention to this color right now, you guys. so awesome, but. Okay, so now we're gonna take the rest of this hair, everything that goes back, and I'm just going to cut it to that line. So it's kind of like a bob at this point, but I'm not messing with the front because we're going to do a little bit of an asymmetric haircut with the front. Okay, and the right side, since she parts on her right side, here, I'll show you. It's kind of like my hair, how I part on my right side. So that's going to be the shorter side. So we're going to cut that side, and we're going to just continue this bob line. And even when I do this, I still A-line it a little bit, but just not as dramatic as the other side. So I'm going to have you tilt this way. And so you can just kind of take the hair down, push it against the neck, and you can either, I'm going to point cut it at this point because I just want it to be a little bit softer around her face. And then once you get towards the ear, I don't know where that came from, there we go. You just need to decide where you want this to hit. So you want it to hit right about below your chin, right there?
Yeah.
Right about there?
Yeah. This is the short side.
Yeah, this is the short side.
Yeah.
So we're just going to kind of point cut all this out. We want it to still be kind of fun, choppy, so I'm not making a perfect straight line anymore. The back we want it to be clean, but the front we don't. And it's okay to leave it a little bit longer than you think because it shrinks up a little bit when it's dry, and we're going to be doing some razoring and layering, so I think that will be good on that side. When I razor that in, it will shorten it a little bit more. And then on this side, we are trying to create length. So instead of following the exact line that we have over here, we're going to be pulling the hair back this way. And a lot of it's going to stay because we're not cutting a ton off, and I'm going to point cut also. So you just kind of, I'm just trimming the ends a little bit here. And I'm taking kind of like inch sections, combing them back. Kind of how you would do an A-line. You can see this is the guide from where the short is starting. And you can even kind of slither this to get that length. So anytime you direct the hair back like this and then cut it at a flat angle, when you pull it forward, it's going to blend from the short to the long. And you can see right here, this is going to need a little bit more blending too, because it's where we cut it really blunt. You can just come in here and just kind of angle, slice, cut it down until it meets. And then as you turn around, sorry, and then pull all of this hair down now that we've got some of that length established. And we're going to just try to keep this line just going that way. So you can do this just by eyeballing it, or you can kind of just slither cut, leaving this length in front and just blending the two sections together. So now this is really heavy in here. We can do some layering and stuff to help release some of this weight. Definitely need to do that. Do you want bangs too?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's cut those. See, if we didn't do this right now, then I would be coloring this section of her hair differently. I might have the dark reach into here and then like the medium and then the light section, but then we cut all that off for her bangs. So that's why it's really important to do it before. And not all colors are like that. It just depends on what you're doing. You kind of have to think ahead of time, like, what do I need to do for this one? What kind of color are we doing? Are we just retouching the roots? Then it doesn't really matter. If you're recreating a whole new color, it might be best to cut it before. And if you're cutting a lot of length. If you're barely dust trimming it, you probably don't need to worry about it either. All right, so this is her short side in here. So we can do some fun layering. And frame her face a little bit more. And I'm gonna get the razor out now. I love my razor for shortcuts. I just think it's so fun. You can just get really piecey, fun, soft movement in there. And especially for bangs, I just think they look so much better if they're soft and blended than these. Unless you're going for a really blunt bang, I like using the razor. I bet you're loving this orange hair color. Is it growing on you? You want to just keep it?
Leave it. Let the line.
That's right. Yeah, it will be really pretty when we're done. And then like back here, like I said, back here is really heavy still. We need to like get rid of some of this bulk. So I'm going to razor back here too. And the length is in. I'm just going to go through and razor out some of the bulk. And I might even take a little bit off of the length in the bottom because it's just so bulky. So I'm just going to take it like a pencil and just kind of soften this line. So I'm doing about 1-inch sections at a time, pulling them up. And you can see all my little mistakes in here from, well, they're not. It's like, how careful do you really have to be when you're just bleaching it out? You do have to be careful, but you can't prevent it all the time, little mistakes like that. But it will be covered up. I'm really not worried about it. It's not going to affect the end result at all. Now you can see right in here, it blends so much better. You don't have that heavy line right there anymore. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. She has natural curl in her hair, but we're using a sharp razor and it's really wet, so. And she always flat irons it, so we're good. And then since this is her short side, like I said, we're going to take some fun layers up and through here. And I'm just going to knock off some of the length. So I'm leaving the length on the bottom, that's my guide, and I'm just kind of like potato peeling her hair up that way. Taking a little bit of my last section, you can see there's the guide. And it's just this really choppy, messy, fun way to layer. And that lightened up that side a lot too. And I'm going to go in here just in the bottom and piece out this a little bit more too. Do you remember when you had to shave your head for your surgery on this side?
Yes.
Like that's a thing now. Like people are doing that haircut on purpose. It's really cute, actually. Remember how you were like, it's actually kind of cute when we had your hair short? Yeah.
Mine was like underneath that. Don't we usually do just one?
So they're doing it like this, like the side and then underneath, like pretty much exactly where you had it. Yeah, exactly what you had. Okay, now I'm gonna dry it. And it's gonna look horrible. I'm gonna show you the end result at the end of this video too, so you can see what the color looked like, and then you can go see that video. So you don't have to see the end result in this color. I'm gonna do a little bit more layering up in here, just because it looks a little bit heavy. So I'm gonna just grab all this top section. All right. And you can see here the back starts to fall off. I'm just going to point cut in here. And this is just going to blend the layers down. But I always make sure I blend this line in really well because I don't want it to be choppy. So I just feather by point cutting and kind of spreading my knuckle in there. And then I'm even gonna thin this out because it's super, super thick up here. So I'm gonna take my thinning shears. And just take out some of the bulk up here. Bulk right here. This is always fun too because you can do like fun pompadours and mohawks if you have this texturized a lot. If it's really heavy, it doesn't really do anything fun. See, we're getting a lot more movement up here now. It's not so heavy, flat. There we go. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
More here. All right. And this is really cute curled too. So you should play with that.
Oh yeah.
We won't do it today, but. Alrighty, I hope you like it.
I love it.
It's fun. Now that we have the color under control here, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the detail cutting for this haircut. So I'm just going to take some thinning shears in and soften up this line underneath. And a little bit over here. It's just looking a little bit heavy. I want it to be soft right in here. That's better. And then I'm going to clean up this line a little bit more. You can hear that beautiful music Naomi's playing up there. All right, that looks a lot better. See a little bit more right there. All right. Okay, and as far as everything else goes, how do you feel about the length on the two sides? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to just soften this up a little bit right here. Let me know what you guys think about this cut and color, and if you want to watch the color video, it's going to be at the end of this video. All right, and here's the little spin around But I forgot to tell you guys that we are going to be in Orem, Utah, August 7th and 8th for CVX Live. So please come and meet us. Buy tickets below, links below for that. And there's also a link below to Vlogger Fair tickets. And you get a discount if you use our Show Me Your Smile coupon code. So if you're anywhere close to Orem, Utah or Seattle, Washington, make sure you come and see us because we'd love to meet you guys. So thanks so much for watching and we'll see you guys next time. Bye. And on this one, I'm not even gonna do it everywhere. I'm just gonna take out a few chunks. I'm gonna just do like a big chunky weave and leave that blonde out.